Hi, Libra Anarchy, responding to Loriella. Correct me if I have pronounced your name wrong. Being clear and a word. Super Adventure Club. Yes, let's speak in euphemisms so I won't get sued. In fact, I'll even take it out of the title. I wanted to pick up on one point. Now, I don't know about being clear. It's not something I've done. But I wanted to pick up on a point about people pushing your buttons and claiming that it is to help you, and I've seen people do it. Generally, I've seen people do it over the internet. I'm a spiritual something or other, and I'm going to push your buttons and rile you up or make you feel bad about yourself or make you see parts of yourself that perhaps you're not proud of, maybe even parts that you're ashamed of, and then I'm going to try to come off like I'm some great helpful guru, like I'm such a wonderful, I'm a fucking saint for giving you my time and energy, and this is helping. On the one hand, there are situations when one person can push a person's buttons to get them to overreact so that that person sees what is going on inside of them. A person sees that they have some sort of unresolved issue. For example, really homophobic people are oftentimes gay, and they have been taught so much shame, and they want to get rid of that part of themselves, so they lash out at other people. Sometimes they are jealous of people who are out loud and proud, living happy lives. And they don't feel like they can do that because they're ashamed, so they lash out. And I've seen people on the internet, they recognize that. In fact, I have a friend she is a lesbian, and she recognized, now she was like that at one time, and she recognized that in another person who is very likely gay and lashing out, and she has intentionally riled him up in an attempt to push his buttons and get him to react even more so that he notices what he's doing. I don't think that's necessarily helpful, because this is a guy who's reacted and reacted and reacted and refuses to look at his own behavior. So in this particular situation, I think that maybe the first or second time or something it could be helpful, and there's other people who have done it with this person as well, but yeah, so the individual in question refuses to acknowledge what's probably going on and refuses to look at his own behavior. So it's time to stop pushing his buttons. It's not working. It's making it worse. Now, interestingly enough, in my case, fundamentalists have really pushed my buttons. But after I stopped seeing it, after I reoriented my focus of attention from them to me, I'm like, oh, okay. I understand that what I don't like about these people is that they're trying to make me powerless, okay? But I really don't have to be afraid of these people. They upset me because I'm afraid of living in a theocracy or some other kind of totalitarian system. But these people don't have to affect me, and if I want to oppose living in such a system, then I can talk about evolution, or talk about different interpretations of the Bible, or I can talk about the scientific method, or what I can do is just point and laugh, essentially look at people like Fred Phelps and company and just, make a video, look at these ridiculous signs. This is what they do. This is Fred Phelps. or share a video of them singing Santa Claus will send you to hell, and say, this is fundamentalist Christianity. This is the nice American variety of extremism. Yeah, ha ha ha. Point and laugh. This is what they do. And no, it's not friendly, it's not loving. This is what they do. And so, yeah, there's give and take. And so, yes, in a way, fundamentalist pushing my buttons helps me learn about myself. I don't even have to care about these people if I don't want to. And letting them make me mad is a way of giving them power over me. And it took a few years to fully process this, but there it is. And so now I'm a lot less uptight about it. I'm a lot less angry about it, and I'm a lot more willing to take approaches that are probably more helpful than just going and making an angry rant video. Now, I think the difference is, now I've seen some very passive-aggressive people, not just hiding behind spirituality and religion, but I've seen passive-aggressive people. There's one downstairs right now, actually. So, and the idea, and very often, people will intentionally irritate people or make people feel sad or mad because they want to assume power over those people. And then they can come back and say, well, why are you giving me this much power over you? They can then transfer responsibility. So I think that this, generally speaking, is not the best method of helping a person. However, it is one tool in a toolbox with many, many tools. 99% of the time, not the best tool to use. Now, if somebody is using that tool in irritating you, I think it's very important to ask yourself the question, who's in control? When you put up a boundary and assert a boundary and ask the person to stop bothering you, do they stop? Do they back off? Do they apologize? Do they change the subject? Do they ask what's wrong? Not in a condescending way, but in a caring way. Do they empathize? Do they sympathize? Do they respect your boundaries? Does no mean no to them? When you say, no, stop it, do they stop, or do they keep trying to aggravate you? Now, if you are in control, then yes, that person is probably trying to help you. If when you say stop, they stop. If when you say no, they respect that. When you erect a boundary and say, this is where my boundary is, then chances are they're trying to help you. Let's say somebody has a problem with just being touched. If they say, can I give you a hug? Chances are they're trying to help you. If they just hug you and then criticize you for not liking it, chances are they're trying to manipulate you. They're trying to assert some sort of power. And these people have a lot of issues, and they should be avoided and treated with mockery and derision. But that's a whole different rant. But basically, if someone acts like a jerk, I treat them like a jerk. I mean, if somebody like on YouTube wants to act like a jerk on their own channel, I don't care. But if someone brings it over here, then I'm not going to take them seriously. I'm going to treat them like a jerk. But anyway, so yeah, it's important to realize where the control is, and if somebody lets you sorry, bad phraseology. If the teacher is allowing the student, you, to be in control of the lesson, then they're trying to help. And if the teacher is trying to